Welcome to the School of the Lost Tribes. For the chosen of the Most High, who need to study to show themselves approved unto the Messiah, sign up at schooloftheLostTribes.teachable.com. As evening fell, the Israelite camp was startled by the sudden arrival of vast flocks of birds darkening the sky. These birds, which turned out to be quail, were exhausted from a long journey and settled right among the people, making them easy to catch. Quickly, the Israelites began preparing them for food. The following morning brought another miracle. Instead of dew, the ground was scattered with fine, flaky white particles. Moses explained that this was the bread from heaven that God had promised. He instructed each person to gather about 3 quarts per day, warning them not to leave it for the next day, as it would spoil. The people called this food manna, and it tasted like fresh bread mixed with honey. Those who disobeyed and hoarded it found it spoiled and infested with worms by the next day. Soon after, Moses instructed the people to gather twice as much manna on the 6th day, because none would appear on the Sabbath. On that day, the extra portion miraculously stayed fresh, affirming the holiness of the Sabbath. Yet some people went out looking for manna anyway, prompting God to rebuke them and instruct them to remain near their tents on the 7th day. As the journey continued into the mountains, the Israelites again faced a severe water shortage. Many grew angry and accused Moses of leading them to die in the desert. My beloved children, you who are scattered across the earth, forgotten among the nations, oppressed under the weight of generational curses, and stripped of your identity, I am your Father, Yahweh, the Holy One of Israel. Hear my voice as I call you back from the lands of your captivity. Blessed are you, for I have visited and redeemed my people. I have raised up a mighty horn of salvation for you in the house of my servant David. This is the promise I spoke through my holy prophets since the beginning of time, that you would be saved from your enemies and from all those who hate you. I sent forth a son, and his name is Yahweh Shai, for he shall save his people from their sins. He did not come for the whole world, but for his own, those who were given to me from the beginning, those whom I chose to carry my name. Yahweh Shai is the mediator of a renewed covenant given by his death to redeem those who were under the first covenant. This covenant was made only with the house of Israel and the house of Judah. The world was never included. My relationship with you is not religion, it is covenant. You are my wife. I am your husband. I am Yahweh of hosts, your Redeemer, the Holy One of Israel. The world may call me the God of the earth, but you alone are my inheritance. Others worship what they know not, but you know what you worship, for salvation is from among the tribes of Judah and Israel. There is no difference between the Judean and the Greek-speaking Israelite, for Yahweh is rich unto all who call upon him from among my people. The blindness that came upon you was only in part, until the times of the nations be fulfilled. You were once without the Anointed One, aliens to the commonwealth of Israel, strangers from the covenants of promise. You had no hope and were without me in the world. But through Yahweh Shai, both houses, those near and those far, now have access to me by one Spirit. In Yahweh Shai there is neither Judean nor Greek, neither bond nor free, neither male nor female, for you are all one body, one family. If you belong to him, then you are the seed of Abraham and heirs according to the promise. By one Spirit, you were all immersed into one body, whether Judean or dispersed Israelite, whether free or enslaved. All of you have been made to drink into one Spirit. Even those once referred to as Gentiles, scattered far among the nations, have now been brought back in, and their conversion causes joy among the brethren. I have always worked deliverance for you. Just as Moses supposed his brothers would understand how I would deliver them by his hand, so now Yahweh Shai has been sent as deliverer for the elect's sake. I endured all things for you, that you might obtain salvation in Yahweh Shai with eternal glory. He was made perfect through suffering, and became the author of eternal salvation for all of you who obey him. You are kept by my power through faith, unto a salvation that is ready to be revealed in these last times. The end of your faith is the salvation of your souls. My messengers are sent to serve those who are heirs of salvation, you, the children of the covenant. I see better things in you, things that accompany salvation. My Son was offered once to bear the sins of many, not all, and he shall return to those who wait for him, apart from sin, unto salvation. From the beginning, I chose you to salvation through sanctification of the Spirit and belief of the truth. And now you look for new heavens and a new earth where righteousness dwells. Be diligent, that you may be found of me in peace, without spot and blameless. And after these things, a great voice was heard in the heavens, saying, Alleluia, salvation and glory and honor and power unto Yahweh. My children, my beloved tribes, this salvation is not universal. The nations of the world have never lost their identity. They have never borne your curses. They have never been enslaved across centuries, branded, renamed, and erased. But you have, because you are mine, and I, Yahweh, your Father, have used the rod of men and the chains of your enemies to bring you to remembrance. But now I gather you. Now I restore you. Now I bring you home. Return to me. I have never left you. You are my chosen ones, and your salvation is near. Guard the seedline, a father's plea to his scattered children. My beloved children, you are the sons and daughters of a covenant that I, Yahweh, made with your fathers, Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. You are not like the nations around you. I have called you to be a separate people, holy unto me. But throughout your generations, you have forgotten this command. You have mingled, married, and made covenants with the strangers of the land, and this has led you into captivity, confusion, and corruption. I told your forefathers, do not give your daughters to their sons, nor take their daughters for your sons. For they will turn away your children from following me, and they will serve other powers. Then my anger will be kindled against you, and I would swiftly destroy you. But you did not listen. When you entered the land that I gave to you by promise, I warned you not to make any covenant with the inhabitants, nor to take their daughters for your sons, nor your daughters for their sons. For surely they would draw your heart away, and you would go whoring after their gods. I commanded you to break down their altars and destroy their idols, but you left them standing, and they became snares to you. Through my servant Joshua, I gave you a warning. If you go back and cling to the remnant of these nations, if you make marriages with them and enter into their ways, then know for certain that they shall become snares and traps, scourges in your sides, and thorns in your eyes, until you perish from the land I gave you. Yet still, you rebelled. In the days of Ezra, when you returned from Babylon, your sins followed you. You did not separate yourselves from the people of the lands. You took their daughters for yourselves and for your sons. Even the holy seed, the remnant of my inheritance, mingled with the abominations of the nations. The hands of the rulers and princes were foremost in this trespass. You polluted what was to be preserved. Nehemiah saw your rebellion and contended with you. He cursed and struck some of you. He made you swear by oath. You shall not give your daughters to their sons, nor take their daughters for your sons. Did not Solomon, king of Israel, sin in this same way? Among many nations there was no king like him. He was beloved and chosen by me, and yet strange women caused even him to sin. Shall you now repeat the same errors, provoking me again? This is not about hatred. It is about heritage. You were not scattered for no reason. You were scattered because you broke my covenant. And now I call you back, not only to me, but to who you are, to your bloodline, to your identity, to your inheritance. The nations have never had to remember who they are. They were never lost. But you were lost because you forsook me and mingled with what I commanded you to avoid. Salvation begins with remembrance, and remembrance begins with separation. You cannot serve me fully if your heart and house are divided. I gave you laws not to restrict you, but to preserve you. You are my holy seed, and my salvation is for you, my elect, my set-apart nation, not for those who have never borne my name nor known my chastisement. Return to me, and return to yourselves. Separate from the ways and bloodlines of the nations. Be not unequally yoked. Do not sow my seed among the thorns. I am Yahweh, and I change not. What I commanded your fathers, I still require of you. For in this your salvation begins.